Hi everybody, Adam here. Today we're taking a look at a cool older Lego train set, Lego 10025 Santa Fe train cars. One of the unique details of this particular set is that it lets you build either the Santa Fe baggage car or the Santa Fe mail car with the instructions and parts provided in the set. Now, unfortunately, you can't have both of those cars built at the same time using the parts in the one box. But, when this was released in 2002, it gave builders a unique opportunity to customize the train cars that they included in their Santa Fe train. You could have multiples of a particular car. You could buy multiple copies of this just to build the two different types of cars. And if we look at the top of the box here, you can see they give an example layout of a Santa Fe train. So they've put together the two different versions of 10025 there. And they also have the three versions of 10022. I believe the three cars there are the dining car, observation car, and sleeping car. And you can see very easily here from two sets, you've got 5 different cars possible for your Santa Fe locomotive to pull there. But for those that were interested, they could have a lot more than 5 cars in their train, or come up with just different combinations of these train cars to use, which I think is a really awesome concept and something that I think was a nice touch at the time. Now, obviously, these Santa Fe train car sets much more difficult to come by these days. And I was really happy to be able to pick up this particular copy while I was at Bricks by the Bay 2022. Not often that you find these, so it's it was really nice to be able to snap that up and put it together. Now, before we take a look at the finished train car, I wanted to note a couple things about the box. One detail that I really appreciate on the box itself is the map that they have in behind the graphics. I'm a big fan personally of maps, and I also like railroad maps and train maps and things like that. So I thought this was a cool touch to have on the box. And it's neat that it wraps around the different sides here, and we can see it on the back of the box as well. Just an extra step when it comes to putting together the graphics for the box art that I personally appreciate, and I'm sure there are a number of other builders out there at the time that thought this was a cool idea as well, and something that I always hope for Lego to bring back or to include on as many future sets as possible. I think it's nice to get these interesting details and touches added to the box art to help some of these sets stand out from each other. Now, other details that I appreciate on here, I think really nice box art in terms of showing the built set. So you can see here some interior details for the mail car or the post car, depending on how you want to refer to it. So really nice box overall, and quite happy with some of those details in there. And as I mentioned, I think it would be a nice touch if some details like this ended up on future sets as well, rather than just having, I know there's benefits to having a very consistent presentation theme on the box art, but I think that some of these neat background touches really add a lot of personality and life to a set. So I always like to see that, and maybe we'll get a few more box art layouts like this in the future from Lego. Now, out of the two possible train cars that you could build, I chose the mail car. This car has the two doors on each end of the car, and then on the reverse side, there are two doors again. I like how the sticker looks on here. You got the nice silver Santa Fe and the silver 1928 there. On the sticker sheet, there are a number of different numbers that you can choose from. I went with the 1928 that they showed in the example, but I like the addition of the other numbers there. So if you're building more copies of this, you've got some different number choices. So you can have different numbers throughout the train cars in your Santa Fe train. So a nice touch there. And because I went with the mail car, I ended up with a few extra parts, because you can see for the baggage car, there are 4 doors on each side of the train car there. So I've got 4 extra doors that I can use in future projects. So that's a nice little win from this as well. Or if I decide to try to acquire the parts to put together another copy of the mail car, or to put together a version of the baggage car, I've already got 4 doors ready to go. So that was a nice little extra win too, and a byproduct of the fact that you can build 2 different train cars with the parts in this one set. And, given that the train cars do have some differences to them, it's impressive that there really aren't that many leftover pieces. They did a really nice job of using all of those parts and coming up with 2 cars here that they could do a nice job of modeling, and that had a similar part requirement to them. Now, other details of note, got the nice wheels here with their silver gray covers on the outside. Nicely done there. Hard part to find on Bricklink these days, but really does a nice job and stands out on train cars like this. Got the nice end connector here, where people could leave or enter this car as they were moving down the train. Also worth noting, the set comes with 2 magnetic train couplers, really easy to install, and not that hard in the future if I wanted to swap these out for a different type of connector. But for now, I'm happy with the magnetic couplers there. You can see on the other side of the train here, the 2 sides are mirrored. Same stickers, same window layout, same doors. Doesn't really detract from anything. It looks good. It matches what you would see in real life. Just worth noting that there aren't any subtle differences between the 2 sides of the train car. And if we look in through the windows here, you can see there are 2 chairs inside with tables that the workers who are maybe sorting the mail and getting things ready for delivery can work at. And then there's also a shelving unit in here as well that's got some mail on it. Now, it's worth noting that you can take the roof of the train car off as well. It just slots in on top of the train car there. There's no stud connectors, just a pressure fit. And this little indented piece here slots in so it doesn't slide off the top. But really easy to remove that. And then you can see those details inside that I was mentioning. The 2 chairs there, there's a light above each of those little desks with a coffee cup. And then you can see the shelving unit there where mail can be stored. So a really nice layout and design in general for the train car. So overall, really happy with this Santa Fe mail car from Lego set 10025 Santa Fe train cars. As I've mentioned before, I'm always on the lookout for some of these older train car sets that I can add to our collection. I don't necessarily think I'm going to be able to get to the point of having a full, 5 train cars to go with the locomotive to have a complete Santa Fe train. But, whenever I get a chance to pick up sort of one of these sets, I always jump at the opportunity because it's, even by itself, it's going to look great around the layout. And it'll be a great display piece as well when it's not on the layout proper. And, it's just a really nice design. Great job of laying out all the details on the car. And, I'm a big fan of the all gray color scheme as well. Not something that I would want for all of the train cars around our layout. But when it's used for a particular set of train cars, I think it's quite classy and sharp and really pops. So quite excited to have this in action around our layout, and you can definitely expect to see it in upcoming videos when we're running our train cars around the layout. Thank you very much for watching this look at Lego Set 10025. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please make sure to do so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming videos. And we will see you again soon. Take care. Bye.